Alright, so no introduction today, but still follow me on all my links, Linktree, Instagram, Twitter, in case this channel shuts down or gets terminated or shut man. Anyways, oh man, I shed a few tears when this dude died, man. Honestly, the third freaking time. I was gonna say the second time, third time almost this month. Somebody from Nostalgia Land. Actually, I know this dude, and I try to say, oh, I have a parallel social relationship with this guy and all these celebrities and all that, but Jason David Frank, the one that did the Green freaking Ranger yesterday, my guy. It freaking sucks ass. This dude passed away the way that he did too. Especially, I heard like a couple hours later. Got to credit due. I think it was RGT85 was another dude. Fuck, I'm drawing a blank on the dude. I don't know if it was Aki Sons or Tyro Magnus. One of those two that was talking about it on the Open Air channel. I'll leave the link to the video if I remember to do that. It was either him or Aki Sons, like the old school reactor dudes. They said that he self-deleted himself, which that shit sucks, man. If he really passed away by taking his, own soul away by his own hands, that oh lordy, I can't even comprehend. Can't even imagine how freaking bad his family and his friends and his ex-wife. He had like 3 divorces with 3 other wives. So this comes from the Associated Press and then the Yahoo. So links to search about down below if you want to read it yourself. 2-minute read. The Power Ranger star Jason David Frank dies at age 49. My God, man. Good Lord, man. It was bad enough a week and a half ago to do Kevin Conroy. Another part of my nostalgic 90s kids childhood. He passed away at 66. So this dude's barely 50 almost, and he died. Jason David Frank, so let's begin with this one here. Jason David Frank played the Green Power Ranger, and I'm playing the 90s Power Ranger thing because that's the one I grew up with. I didn't grow up after the third one. I watched the Lightning one a little bit, and Turbo was decent, but after that, I didn't care for that anymore. But at that time, I was a huge, ginormous, what's it called? Leviathan. The freaking leap for me. Yeah, who played the Green Ranger, Ranger Tommy Oliver of the 1990s children's series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, has died. He was 49. Sadly, self-deleted himself, aka unalived himself, as a lot of YouTubers like to say nowadays, or other influencers or social media creators. Justine Hunt, Frank's manager, said in a statement Saturday that Frank passed away. She did not name the cause of death or why she had died, but we know now. But asked for privacy of his family and friends during this horrible time as we come to terms with the loss of such a wonderful human being. Walter Manuel Jones, original Black Power Ranger, who co-starred with Frank and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, who wrote on Instagram, they couldn't even believe it. It says, quote, "My heart is sad to have lost another member of our special family," wrote Jones. Thuy or Thai Trang, who played the original Yellow Ranger, unalived or self-deleted. I don't know if they self-deleted or not, or no longer living in this realm of the living, physical living, in a car accident in 2001 at age 27. I didn't know that. What? I know I had a huge crush on the Pink Ranger, but I'll get to that in a second. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, about 5 teenagers deputized to save Earth from evil. Debuted in Fox in 1993. I thought it was 94, so I guess it was 4 or 5 at that time. And went on to become a pop culture phenomenon. Early in the first season, Frank's Tommy Oliver was seen as a villain, brainwashed by the evil Rita Repulsa. That was my favorite female villain chick of all time. Rita, she was funny as heck. I know she had that really high-pitched, squirrel, little annoying voice, but she was cute to me. I liked her. But soon after, he was inducted into the group of the Green Ranger. Oh, dude. That's a shame, man, honestly. It also goes on to say, early in the first season, Frank Thomas, I already said that, he was inducted in the group as a Green Ranger, became one of the most popular characters in the show of that time. Yes, very overpowered, but in a good way, though. I loved it. Let's continue on. Though his role wasn't intended to be permanent. Frank was later brought back as the White Ranger and the leader of the team across the spin-off TV series. Frank's Tommy Oliver returned with other Rangers as well as including the Red Zeo Ranger, Red Turbo Ranger, I remember that one, and the Black Dino Ranger. He did that one too? I didn't know that. Let's move on. He also played in the films as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, Turbo, the Power Rangers movie, and made a cameo appearance in the 2017 reboot, Power Rangers. Oh, I remember seeing that part. That one, I fanboyed hard. Even though personally, my personal opinion, the Blue Ranger was the best, as far as the males, and the Pink Ranger, best waifu chick ever, even though she was a real person. But I had such a mega crush on that chick, even though I was messed up because I was first, second grade. But I didn't give her a rat's ass. I liked Overwood back then. But let's move on. Power Rangers. A practitioner of the martial arts, Frank fought in several mixed martial arts bonuses in 2009, 2010. Really? I didn't know that. But let's continue on. TMZ earlier reported that Frank's second wife, Tammy Frank, filed for that messed up word for him from him in August. Very, very labeling ruler thing, sadly. Word. Let's just call it divider. Frank is survived by 4 children, 1 from his marriage with Tammy Frank and 3 from his first marriage, Shauna Frank. Wow. This absolutely freaking sucks. I totally agree with this dude right here. It says, love that show when I was a kid. Rest in peace. Thank you for the joy you brought to my child. Yes. Very, very much. To me, I'm not going to say overall thoughts of opinion. Like, he wasn't an overrated character, but he was cool, man. I didn't even know when I was watching the other video. I keep forgetting his Aki-sans or Taramanga-san. They said he had a beef with freaking Jean-Claude Van Damme. I didn't know that. What? I hope this dude wasn't an atheist monotheist, too, because I know on one of his tattoos it said Jesus didn't do tap. That's kind of fricked up, in my opinion. That's complete BS. I really hope he wasn't. You know, teach his own, but if he was, man, I don't feel bad for this dude, honestly. Really, really am. Because this dude, man, rest in power for this, man. He made so many childhood 90s kids. I remember even some of my cousins. I used to love the Green Ranger, and it was only like one of my female cousins I liked the Red Ranger and the Yellow Ranger a lot. And then most of my other cousins at that time, since I didn't have IRL friends over there when I still living back east in Harlem, New York, before I moved here to Vegas. But my God, like there's so many of them that love the Green Ranger Tommy. Always about the Tommy Oliver dude. They would not shut up about this dude. And I was like, why doesn't nobody like the Blue Ranger? Blue Ranger for me was the best. I was literally the only one that thought he was the best. Even though the one liked the Green Ranger or the Red Ranger. I remember having all the Rangers. The only one I ever got was like, I think I never got it, but one of my cousins had like the Black Ranger one. You know, some people say, oh, it's racism, racist ethnicity thing because the Yellow Ranger is Asian, the Black Ranger is a Black African American dude. I don't know what the Pink Ranger was supposed to be about, the women and femininity crap, or the P word, pussy hat. So there's that. I don't know what the Red Ranger, because it's red-blooded white American dude that was a blonde hair, blue eyed dude. I don't know. It could have been for the Blue Ranger too. I don't know. And then the Green Ranger became the White Ranger later on, bro. My God, this dude, he is such a mass influence in so many 90s, early 2000s kids, bro. Like, my God, I remember even right before I watched the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, even the other shit, like, back in the day when I was in late 90s, early 2000s kids, I used to watch the Recess shit, Pepper Ann. Disney's Doug wasn't that great for me. It's kind of bland. And I remember I used to watch it after all those 3 in a reboot, then I used to watch Power Rangers. Like, bro, absolutely phenomenal thing. That was, like, stuff if you were a 90s kid, you had to be there to see it. But anyways, let's get on to the next thing, unfortunately. Hopefully this man made it to heaven. If he went down to the other place, I'm going to be extremely scared for the dude. So, got some Mortal Kombat news. I'm not going to focus on this too long. I'm going to skip a few paragraphs and sentences, so be ready for that. This comes from Michael Hassel from Mortal Kombat news. I haven't played this shit in a while. Hopefully it's good. I really hope it is. Yeah, Mortal Kombat is one of the most popular fighting game franchises in the world. I haven't talked about Mortal Kombat in like a year, bro. And I remember I did 2 reaction review segments. I did 1 reaction review segment for like when I was reacting to the music soundtrack, and I got a copyright claim, which sucked. So there's that. So let's move on. Yeah, this comes from Esports GG. Mortal Kombat 11 released 4 years ago in 2019, and many fans are wondering when the next installment of the iconic fighting game is coming. We've gathered rumors, infos, and details we can hold, and for Mortal Kombat 12 will hit our shelves. Mortal Kombat 12 release date. This from Ed Boon, the legend himself. The one that, I don't know if he owns NetherRealm Studios or Warner Bros. So obviously the same people that made the DC superhero comics and DC movies are the ones that own this shit too, Warner Brothers Gaming. So I think they made all the Gotham series, Gotham Arkham City, Arkham Knights games, and Gotham Knights. Some people were kind of shitting on that game. Kind of sucked, but it is what it is. I'm going to do some 3 quotes in a second too. The old dude that died 7 years ago. 7, almost 8 years ago, Satoru Iwata, the one was Nintendo CEO for Japan. That's Shigeru Miyamoto, luckily still breathing. It says Brent Mass is the next gen game, a sequel. This is from a week and a half ago. I don't care. I'm still talking about that shit. It's very important to all of me. You call Injustice 3 or MK12 sequel, then likely. It also goes on to say that what's perhaps worse is that the next-gen gaming for Mortal Kombat series isn't a console or PC fighter. It's a mobile game known as Mortal Kombat Onslaught. I didn't even know that was a thing, but let's move on. Mortal Kombat Onslaught is scheduled to release in 2023, announcing a tandem of Mortal Kombat's 30th anniversary. Described as an action RPG for the mobile, Mortal Kombat Onslaught is said to be a spiritual successor of 2015's Mortal Kombat Mobile. In an interview describing the game, NetherRealm creator officer Ed Boon stated that, quote, "We are pushing the boundaries of Mortal Kombat and allowing players to experience the franchise in new ways while still staying true to its core value nature." It says, quote, "We are pushing the boundaries." It said that. This is with Mortal Kombat Onslaught. When you reminded Mortal Kombat into a strategic team-based collective RPG and a fast-paced group melee combat that both new and existing fans can enjoy. I really hope there's not microtransaction or like extra DLC, paid DLC paywalls I gotta go through, because that's gonna absolutely be a kick in the nuts badly. Especially old school veteran players, like how I used to play that shit a bunch, especially when it came to that Tekken and Street Fighter, obviously. I was absolutely my childhood era, early teens, early mid 2000s era. I used to love playing the shit out of those games. I still played a little bit of Spyro and Crash at that time, and shitload of Pokemon, obviously, and Dragon Ball Z GT games, but man, that was my jam too. It says, however, while Mortal Kombat was once NetherRealm's and WB Games' most popular fighting game by a large margin, the Injustice series has been given a tough competition in recent years. Injustice 2 is one of the most popular fighting games on the market for 5 years after the release. I didn't know that was a thing. I really wish I would have. And also goes on to say, I really want to talk about this shit too. Oh, there's a Mortal Kombat Alliance thing. I didn't know that. That's cool. So it also goes on to say, some rumors suggest that it will be Injustice 3 in the next fighting game gamer released by NetherRealm rather than Mortal Kombat 12. However, this is what? Oh yeah, this is just conjecturing. I don't know how you say that. Conjecture for speculation at the moment. This comes from Michael Hassel, so I got to credit Michael Hassel here. Oh, there was another thing here. With Mortal Kombat 11 4 years old and last added on bundle DLC having a release in 2020, many are speculating for the next Mortal Kombat game could be just around the corner. Fighting game could be just around the corner. Yes, overall thoughts and opinions. Oh, dude, I really hope there's a Mortal Kombat 12 over like Injustice 3. Even though I like some of the DC fighters and shit too, there's not that much wokeism and freaking political BS, SJW bullshit agendas that they're gonna fucking do. I hope they don't. I hope they don't put that shit in Mortal Kombat 12. I really hope it's not pay to win, paywall, because that's how a lot of mobile freaking smartphone games usually work. If it ends up being like fucking Genshin Impact or Fortnite, yeah, that's gonna fucking suck ass. Or Valorant. God forbid if it looks like that. That's all I gotta say for now, and I'm out of here. Rest in peace to the absolutely wonderful Jason David Frank. I didn't know him IRL, but hopefully made it to heaven and then go to the other person. Praying that he's doing okay now, even though he did the bad thing. That's it. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen, those who are fanboys and fans talking more days. I'll see you when I see you guys. Good day, good night, wherever you're in the universe out there. See some more content, good ministries and money news. On Twitch, we see drama news. Once in a while, must news with 3 to 4 times out of the month. Reaction review segment videos. That's it. Take it easy. Peace out. Chocolate. Ladies and goodbye. See you on the flip side. Happy early Thanksgiving if you live in the United States or Canada. And yeah, that's it. Don't take the poison or the nanobots or hydro shit because it's evil shit. Goodbye. I'm out of here.